Well, hello everybody. I'm just leaving the Wise County Cowboy Church up here in Decatur. The pastor, he outdid himself this morning. That was a good one. I got to watch it. These young cowboys up here out in the parking lot, they're throwing a ball for a you might see him flash by a white I guess there's such a thing as a white blue heeler, or I guess not. I guess it'd just be a white heeler or white cow dog, whatever. But he was running around all over this parking lot chasing that ball with people leaving, and I guess they all know him where they sort of watch out for him. But yeah, it was a great service. I'm glad I came this morning. Hadn't been up here in a few weeks. But anyway, I just want to talk real quick, just a little bit about that. I want to thank everybody for all the positivity, the positive comments y'all gave me on that video yesterday. My plan, about hopefully buying some property out and buying a lot out in Fort Davis and making it RV ready. And I had some pretty good suggestions on there. I believe Lisa Richter, suggested that maybe, and I having my eye out. Everything is really expensive out there. I wish I would have bought something years ago. Of course, hindsight, you know what to say about hindsight. But Lisa suggested, if I could find a place, cheap enough that already has everything there. And the perfect deal would be if you could, I'm going to check with a realtor, of course, never hurts to ask, if they had maybe they have something like an old mobile home or something that could be towed off, and everything would be there then. Something like that. So, but anyway, my video, I just wanted to thank everybody. I got more views on it than I've gotten in a long time, and I appreciate everybody watching, and I just want to thank everybody for their positivity and their everybody thinking it's a pretty good idea. Of course, there's several that brought up some things that thought maybe it wasn't such a great idea, which that's helpful too. That makes you, if you hadn't thought about something, it makes you look into it. And I would check it out with not just the realtor. I believe Mark brought that up. He said make sure you check with the county as far as the rules governing putting an RV on something. And a couple of people were a little confused. It's not permanent. I wouldn't be leaving up here with my kids, and I just go out there for the summer. I've spent summers out there since the late 1980s, and I didn't go last year. And halfway through the summer, as I was sweating, I was regretting it, because it is cooler out there with the elevation, and the humidity is very, very low in West Texas. So you're not having to change a t-shirt just going out to check your mail. You get back inside and your t-shirt's drenched in sweat. So anyway, thank y'all, and I hope it works out. Like I said yesterday, it's probably way under 50% that it'll even happen. Just several things have to come together. First thing I thought of that I need to check on, now that I have Luna, is finding an RV park. There's lots of RV parks that won't accept certain breeds of dogs. And Luna is pretty much German Shepherd, I believe. And I've seen where they showed me a pit bull in the shelter when I was looking for a dog, and it was the sweetest dog you'd ever want to see. And but I said I can't take her because, you know, for that very reason, most RV parks will not let pit bulls come in because they're branded as being vicious. And German Shepherds, I've seen RV parks that don't allow them. So a couple of RV parks in Fort Davis, I'm going to have to check and make sure that they'll take them. And then I wouldn't, let's see, did I just miss my turn? No. I wouldn't, if I get that property and, you know, put in a little fenced yard, then I wouldn't have that problem, you know, having to worry about if an RV will take her. And there's 2 RV parks in Fort Davis, and there is one, here's my turn. This is the old petrified wood station right there on the right, and then the Whistle Stop Cafe. I've done videos. If you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch them. Yeah, they're probably under, if I have a playlist for Decatur, I don't know, but it'd be under North Texas towns, I guess. But anyway, there's a pretty cool RV park. It's real private, but it's a little further out of town than I want to stay at, you know. When I was at Olympia Creek, when Velma was managing that was the greatest. She didn't require dogs to be on leashes. Blanca just walked around the park at will, would walk over to Velma's, visit her dogs, but I couldn't even do that with Luna. I wouldn't do that with Luna because she has too much energy, and I'm afraid there was a lot of deer and wildlife at Olympia Creek, or the whole town of Fort Davis. And I'm afraid if Luna spotted a deer, she might just take off chasing it. I'm almost positive she would. So I wouldn't be able to, even if they were allowed to run loose, I wouldn't be able to do it with her. There's a place for her to run out at the county park, though, at the ballparks. We'll go out there a couple times a day, and then I'll be walking her downtown, and, you know, she'll get her walking in. But we'll see. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, guys. This is Decatur, and I'm heading back home this afternoon. Sundays are about the only day I get to visit with my son. This softball, he's, like I said before, he gets up before dawn and gets home after dark, so I don't go over there and bother him, you know. And so yesterday he was at a tournament. They had a camp for youth yesterday morning, and then a tournament yesterday afternoon, and I saw him for just a little bit at Sunny's. I took Sunny to her volleyball game in Springtown, and he showed up over there to watch her match. So I got to visit with him a little bit, but Sunday afternoons is about the only time I get to talk to him anymore during softball season. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot, and I appreciate all the comments, and yeah, have a great Sunday. Stay blessed, stay positive, and whatever you do, keep your health, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.